ladies and gentlemen. Today we are concentrating on speaking part. So, dinner reservation. Dinner reservation is something when we wish to book dinner. Yeah. So we wish to go to restaurant, dine, eat nice food. Yeah, and obviously we have to make some sorts of arrangements for it. So, what we will start today with you guys, we will go over important phrases that obviously we use generally when we have to book our dinners. The first phrase I want to focus your attention on is the actual word dinner reservation.
Dinner reservation.
One more time, please.
Dinner reservation.
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 Yeah, okay. Reservation. Yeah, very good, guys. The actual phrase means to book a dinner. Yeah, to book a dinner.
To book a dinner.
Good, well done. Any questions, guys, about this particular phrases?
Oh, thank you.
No? Everything's clear?
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do now, guys, I will pick two lucky people and we will have a bit of a role play, yes? So a person ringing up to a restaurant and a restaurant manager answering the phone. And obviously I will provide you with a feedback on your pronunciation.
Good evening, Brown's Grill. How may I help you?
Brown's.
Brown's Grill.
Hello, I'd like to make dinner reservation for Friday.
Dinner reservation, yeah?
Okay.
So I'd like to make a dinner reservation.
Hello, I'd like to make a dinner reservation for Friday.
Certainly, I'd be happy to help you with that. How many people are there in your group?
So I would be happy to help you with that.
Certainly, I would be happy to help you with that.
There'll be 4 people.
And what time would you like to make a reservation for?
Let's say at 7 o'clock.
Very well done, guys, on your performance. Obviously, there are some areas that you need to work on, but it can easily be done with plenty more practice. Thank you very much, all of you. This is it for today, and I hope you've learned something new today and you will be able to use it at some point in your life.
What is an essay?
Short story.
Okay. Now, another way you could say is you're putting your thoughts down in writing. Okay. And there are many types of essay. But what we're going to talk about today is a chart essay. It's just another form of graph. And you know what a graph is, don't you? You're being asked to explain this chart in words. This is in figures, in numbers, okay? In words to someone in around 150 words. You could not possibly write every single item in here. So you've got what men do in the morning, what women do in the morning, what men do in the afternoon, and what women do in the afternoon. So how do you think you would divide this up? You're going to have to put them together, aren't you? Some of these activities. Because if you went through every single item, it would take you probably 400 or 500 words, and certainly longer than 20 minutes to write it, wouldn't it? So, has anyone got any suggestions how we could do this, simplify this?
We can simplify this chart according to the sex variations, according to the sex.
The sexual orientation?
No orientation, man and woman.
Okay,
Divided on man.
What's a word for that? An English word for that? Gender.
Gender.
Gender means the sex, so you could, very good. I think the opening sentence would be something like, the chart shows how men and women, unemployed men and women, spend their time. both in the morning and the afternoon, because you will split it up that way.
All men and women did shopping in the morning.
Okay, well, you could say something that's good. You could say, it appears, it looks like, men and women both did more shopping in the morning than in the afternoon. How would you start this? Bearing in mind, I would suggest that you put these 4 activities together and you mention them individually. Okay? You're not going to mention every one of these individually. You just can't. You haven't got time. So how would you say that? Anyone like to try and explain the top 4 of this chart? Don't be scared. You might get a prize. Unlikely, but you might too.
Okay. Can I try it? Yes. According to this chart,
Good.
the man and women have the differences in spending their time in the United Kingdom. For example, the women spent more time on housework at morning and
In the morning.
in the morning and in the afternoon than the men did.
Okay, good. All right. So anyone want to carry on with that? That's good. I'm happy because you've just been thrown into this. You haven't done this before. So it's good exercise.
So, in a general essay format, ideally you should have an introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and you should always end with a conclusion. You start off with a general statement that does not necessarily talk about your actual position, but just discusses the topic in general. You will also mention the examples that you will be using to examine this topic. Okay? And all this is to narrow it down to your key. And your key would be your main purpose or your main point. You will always start each body paragraph off with a thesis statement. Once you have your thesis, you will explain your example. Okay? This is the most important part of your body paragraph. You must tie it back to your key, to your position, to your main purpose. If you just present an example without explaining how it relates to your key, then you have not made a successful argument. You can use body paragraph 3 to actually undermine the opposing position. Okay? In academia, rarely is anything an absolute or a certainty. There are always going to be people who disagree with you. This makes for a much stronger argument. Okay? Now, when it comes to the conclusion, if you notice, it's pretty much the inverse of the introduction. Okay? So what you're going to do in your conclusion is restate your key. What happens is you show how all these, when taken into account together in tandem, make your position that much stronger. Okay? And then finally, you can finish with another general statement. So this will be your closer. Yes? Great. Okay? So it's fairly straightforward on how to write a general essay.